Hey guys, welcome back. Still kind of setting up here. Have no idea if I'm even hot right now. Oh yeah, we're hot. Alright. Well, I think we're good. And I'm just now noticing it's like super dark in here, probably because I like cleared some stuff out to make space for my Christmas tree. So I'm probably going to go get the lamp so we can get a little bit more light in here. All right. Wow, that's bright. That might be a little too much. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit bright. Yeah, it's better. So I hope everybody is doing good tonight. Actually just got back from the gym, just finished eating dinner. So I'm all revved up and ready to party. I just got done eating a mandarin orange, so of course now my fingers, they smell like orange peel. Sweet. So where was I? We were here. I was building bridges, that's right. I was thinking maybe we could build a base here. I kind of sort of want to continue with that, but another part of me wants to just start completely over, you know, find a fresh site. Kind of what I really wanted to do in my nanite video was not only find the nanite site, but also to just do some, you know, really fun base building. But it turned out not to be an awesome planet. This is an awesome planet, so I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I want to build up here. This would be nothing more than just a base. I feel like if I go explore a little bit, we can find, you know, a nanite site. And then that way, you know, the base will have more of a purpose. Granted, any base can have a purpose depending on how much power you're willing to dump into it, depending on what kind of sites are there. For example, and guys, this is paramount. You have got to go to the anomaly and I think talk to the multi-tool and get that for the life of me, I couldn't think of the name of the thing. Survey device. Whew. So yeah, that survey device, that is everything. So you can just open up your visor now, and you can arrow over. You've got, you know, gas. You've got, which I've already discovered that. You know, mineral deposits, and of course, not last but not least, power. And if you're going to put like a big plant farm down, you're going to want power. So, yeah, maybe I can just kind of start from scratch and show you guys exactly how I do that, you know, from the ground up. So folks, thank you so much for joining. It should be fun. Grab your favorite beverage and let's party.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Toodles. Alright. I feel like I'm getting shot or something right now. What's happening? Oh, a meteor shower. Okay. I thought there were pirates or something, man. I need to turn my volume up. Okay, now I'm not going to run around forever looking for hotspots here, but I should be able to find one relatively quickly. And, wait, I can't even see which one that is. Okay, yeah, he's cool. Let's do this one. Definitely one of my cooler flyers. Hey, Joker, what is up? Word up. So, okay, 1-star resource. That's what you're looking for if you want nanites. Oh, yeah, that's my save beacon. Okay, it's a 1-star resource, but the icon should be yellow. So the cool thing is you can just push that right joystick in to sprint, and the flyer just kind of does the rest on its own. Now, be careful with water. It can, you know, have a tendency to dunk. That'll kick you off your ride. But, actually, I might have already pre-marked some locations here with save beacons. So it might be quicker to just go ahead and grab my starship and fly over there. Well, I mean, what fun would that be, right?
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
But yeah, when the flyer is just kind of doing its own thing there, aka sprinting, that frees you up to scan around. You can find the resources this way. Now, for some reason, they don't always come into view when I'm on the mount. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So if you feel like you've been on the mount for a while, and you're just not seeing anything, try, you know, jumping off of it, scan around with your own 2 feet on the ground, and that should unstick it. Definitely one of the cooler flyers in the game, I think. Oh man, see? Didn't quite make it. I really wish they would fix that, because that is very troublesome when you're trying to cross like an ocean or a bigger body of water. So yeah, I hope they are A, aware of this, and B, are working on it. Okay, I'm seeing my beacon, but I'm not seeing the deposits. Normally when I build up, I like to have some kind of a view. I'm real nerdy when it comes to my views in video games. And this game is awesome for eye candy. I mean, it's just beautiful. Another game I really liked was Ark. And same type of thing, you could build glass structures and kind of see the surroundings. In the Crystal Isles base, it was a lot like this. A lot of stuff would glow. It was just gorgeous. So yeah, I'll put some time into a base. For sure. Okay guys, there it is. That's what you're looking for, a 3-star. I think I said 1-star earlier. I definitely misspoke there. You're looking for that 3-star yellow resource. And wow, there's a lot of balls on this one. Normally you only get about 15 balls. I think there's definitely more than 15 balls at this spot. I'm going to count the balls. Stand by. Okay, nobody interrupt me. I'm counting balls. Okay, I'm already up to 15 balls, and I haven't even looked to my left yet. So there's about 30 balls here. So this is a real rich resource. I am absolutely building a base here. That's probably why I put the marker down. Now, this isn't super, you know, knocking my socks off for view, per se. I mean, you've got the lake over there yonder. Yeah, it's not perfect. Normally, you know, if I was going to build a nice base for view purposes, I would probably actually scratch that. Before I do anything, one of the more important things I like to do is look around to see what's here. Okay, we got some kind of a sea gas. We got a mineral deposit B. That's real close. Wow, I wonder what that is. Probably cobalt. There's a lot of that on this planet. Paphorinium. No power. That sucks. I was kind of hoping for a power plant so I could get some grow house stuff going. Yeah, you know what? Let me call my luck dragon. That's what it was. Okay, so when I first found this thing, I was telling you guys it looked familiar, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. So for those of you that are about my age or more, I'm sure you remember the Never Ending Story, super awesome movie, especially for its time. Yeah, the luck dragon. That thing was bomb. So yeah, it's a smaller version of the luck dragon, because, you know, I could not wrap my legs around the real luck dragon's head like this. But you get the idea. Alright, so the reason I'm doing this is I want to see if I can find electricity. So what I'll do is I'll go out about, I don't know, 200-300 away from that that save beacon or my curious deposits there. And I'll kind of do like a circle. And see if something lights up. Right about there. Okay, nothing. If I can find a powerhouse here, I'm just going to go ahead and use this site. Because, I mean, 30 balls, that's tough to pass up. That's a lot of balls. Okay, still nothing. And I'm kind of squeezing in too close to my site now. You want to be about 300 away. So you can really stretch the bases out. The Luck Dragon! Hey Keely, what's up tonight? How you doing? Yeah, so the Luck Dragon, I don't know, you might have to Google that. Luck Dragon, Neverending Story. It's just like, it's a Breath of the Wild style dragon in the sense it's like super elongated, but it's got like a dog face. It's like really cool, and it's like super fluffy, and it looks like its fur is made of like silver wool or something. I don't know, it's just really, really cool. I mean, maybe, you know, nowadays with better special effects, it might not look that cool anymore, I don't know. But yeah, as a kid, wow, I wanted to ride that thing. Atreyu! Wow, I might have to watch the Neverending Story. Wonder if my son has seen that. Okay, I don't think there's going to be a powerhouse here, so I might get the starship and cruise over to, say, another marker that I put down. Just for poops and laughs. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, God, I can't even remember when that movie came out. It was probably like early 80s, if I'm guessing right, because I remember watching it when I was pretty young. So maybe mid 80s. Alright. Definitely a kid's fantasy movie. Wow, it's been a while, guys. I haven't been in a starship like in a month. Whenever my last No Man's Sky stream was. Okay, this is the site of 30 balls, I think. Ouch. Okay, yeah, check. So I need to go that way? Oh yeah, see, this is prettier. We got Lakeview. Oh no, there's no mold here. That's right, I just put the beacon down for that. Okay. So I don't have another site tagged right now. Well, that's a bummer. Ah, gotcha, Keely. Okay. Yeah, I missed it in the theater. I was actually not even aware of the movie. I was at some random friend's house, and they were like, hey, let's watch the Neverending Story. I was like, huh? What are you talking about? And they were telling me, like, best movie ever. I was like, okay, fine. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about it was the nothing. That really freaked me out and gave me nightmares. Probably to this day. Okay, no deposits here. Oh! Watch that be the same one. Actually, no, I don't believe that is. And it's lakefront, so here we are, guys. This will do me. And it's going to be a nice, pretty... I mean, all this stuff glows anyway, like it's already a cool planet. But just having the water, and I don't like the red, you know, it's not for me. But at night it turns into a better blue. So yeah, definitely a good base building site right freaking here. Ooh, this is going to be awesome. My toes are already wiggling. Okay, we don't have the 30 balls here. Oh, this is going to be... This is probably the 15, so it's not a super strong site. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 unless I missed a couple. But, you know, the point isn't for a Nanite Farm. The point is for just a pretty base build. So, yeah, we're going to do it. Now, guys, this is going to be the basement, and I always start... Actually, before I do anything... Okay, we got a B site nearby. Across the water, it looks like. So yeah, it's real close to where that... Alright, I have no power. No power. Ah, Keely, you've never seen No Man's Sky? It's absolutely gorgeous. And the graphics that are coming through on my channel are not going to do it justice. If you like eye candy in a video game, the graphics are crisp. It's every bit as beautiful as Subnautica, like as a good comparison game. It's absolutely gorgeous. The colors, like, yeah. Okay, what am I doing? I'm getting all shiny rocked right now. Oh yeah, Joker, I hear ya. So one of the kids recently asked me, like, what year I was born in, and I told them, and their eyes got real wide, and they were like, "You were born before 2000?" And I was like, "Yes, the planet was here before the year 2000, thank you." Oh, wow. Alright, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I was going toward my pin, but I don't see my... Oh, there it is. Jeepers. And this thing's probably going to kick me off because of the water. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Squeak. We made it. Yeah, Keely, I'm with you on that. The red water is not for me. At nighttime, it looks alright, but during the day, it's just yucky. I might have overshot. Wow. Oh, it's in the water. Well, I want to know what it is. So we're going for it. Oopsie. That's twice I overshot. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Cobalt! Okay, just so I don't have to go through that process all over again. Okay, we're 380 away. Okay, no power. That's super unfortunate. I was really hoping to get lucky on the power. Yeah, so Keely, getting back to the red water, like... Yeah, Moses. Not all the planets look like this. Like, every planet is different, unique. Some of the water is absolutely beautiful, like crystal blue. Some of it's like the Florida turquoise. So it just depends on the world. What I really like about this planet, though, is the nighttime. Like, the nighttime, everything glows. I like the water. It's awesome. Alright, where is my mount? Couple of words there, why not? I'm an opportunist, you know? If I see it, I just gotta go for it. Come on, baby. Papa needs a powerhouse. So you can already see, like, the planet lighten up. And anything that glows, I'm already halfway sold on it. I don't like these big, creepy insect-looking things, though. Those are definitely not for me as well. Very creepy.
Life support power.
Oh, whoops.
Technology recharge.
I'm gonna try not to let myself suffocate today. I make no promises, but I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. And I don't want to take fall damage today either. Now, I already took a little fall damage, I'm aware. But I mean more like when I'm building. I'm going to really try to avoid that. That being said, my best educated guess, I'm going to take fall damage about 12 to 15 times. And that's paying attention and trying not to take fall damage. Okay, no powerhouse here. Super sad. Yeah, Avatar. In fact, one of these planets that looked a lot like this, I named the base Pandora. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and build up right freaking here. And this is going to be like a basement structure for the nanite farming. There's a little bit of fall damage. Oh, the thing is complaining that I didn't have food. Alright, Keely, yeah, have a good night. Thanks for joining. Alright, since there's no powerhouse, I can just put the base marker anywhere. The reason I like to look around to see what's what is you got to make sure the base marker is going to cover whatever you want to build out to. So I'll probably build a bridge, across the way here and go over to that digging site. That'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll probably want to put my base marker actually out here over the water somewhere. I want to be within 300 of that. Now the only bad thing about putting the base marker underwater is until you get a landing pad down, that's where you're going to spawn in, and that's where your starship is going to spawn in at when you warp here. See, I'm going to put a landing pad. Oh, check that out. And a teleporter in, relatively quickly here. I guess I haven't been underwater looking for scans yet. Huh. Okay, 287. So I'm golden now. I'll probably go just a little bit further over. Make sure I have it good and encompassed. So yeah, just go ahead and drop your base computer. Now if I really want, I can build a platform up here above water. In fact, I might do that on the bridge. And then I'll put that base marker there. Alright, there it is. So back over to where the nanites are. Alright guys, now that we got the base marker down, we can start going to town. So first things first, you got to get the walls down. Now I personally like the glass build, so I will probably turn these into glass at some point. But for right now, just to get the structure going, you know, these can be replaced later. Uh-oh. Why do I not have any carbon? Okay, think real hard. Why do I not have carbon? Oh, I might have left it in the anomaly. I don't have any metal plating. I don't have batteries. Not even in my starship? That's right, this is the save file I was doing the expeditions on, so I scooped a lot of that up to take with me. Huh. Okay, well that changes things just a little bit. Heh, metal plating. The bane of my existence. It's always metal plating. Alright. Let's find out why I have no carbon. I still have no carbon. Hey Walter, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, happy to have you. I was definitely ready for some No Man's Sky action. It's been a minute since I've been on this one. Okay, I might have to actually truck on up to the anomaly. And watch, I'm going to need more metal plating. It's about to happen. Oh, I can't warp to the anomaly. I'm a genius. That was the whole reason I went through all that trouble to put that teleporter down just now. Oh, I didn't name the base. Is that my flagship? Haha! Wait, that still doesn't help me with the anomaly. Hold on. But that's good, my flagship. It's got a ton of carbon just sitting there. I just gotta run through and collect it all. Alright, sweet deal. And hopefully I got a good fat stack of carbon sitting in here. So I think I left all this stuff in here because I assumed there would be more expeditions. But I think the last one was the last one. Yeah, see, completed. Oh, and I do not have a big fat stack of carbon sitting here. That's problematic. So, to the Batcave. And the ion batteries? Did I really take all my ion batteries? Luckily, the ion batteries are super easy and fast to craft. I don't know why I felt like I had to do that just now. Habits, guys. Habits. And if I need cobalt, I know a quick spot right here on this planet. I just happen to have a couple of digging machines down, getting that already. Bro. I notice if you come in from the left, it usually catches it better. But if I try to go head on, forget about it. Oopsie. Okay, it's not great, but it's better than 0. See, I might be actually crafting a heck of a lot more glass than actual wood. So I'm going to go ahead and ready myself for that. I'm going to stop by. I've actually got a nice big field of glass already growing. Grow house, properly named. So I'll try to do something similar to what I did here at our new site. Here I was just kind of going for broke, you know, playing with buildings, constructing different roof designs, whatever. Just having fun, really, just, you know. It's kind of mindless activity, but it's fun. But it's not the type of base I would normally build such a nice structure on, just because the terrain here is ugly. But it was a lot of fun nonetheless. I wish there was a button I could push that collected like all plants in a given building or something. If you use the prefabs or something like that there, it's like a grow dome or something. And then you can install something in that and you can harvest everything all at once. So I should probably like invest in that, I suppose. Unlock the tech, you know. Be a heck of a lot quicker than this. But yeah, this is the way I like to craft glass. You can also just get a bunch of silicate powder, you know, go out and dig a bunch of dirt up. And then grind it. You know, put it in your grinder. Or refiner or whatever. And that'll turn into glass. But if you have the frost crystals here, you don't need a grinder. You can just craft it in your inventory. All in a day's work. Now, believe it or not, this is not going to make a ton of glass. But the good thing about frostwort, it regrows every hour. So, you know, by that time, you're running out of glass. This is about ready to come back and get some more. And I've actually got another grow site, too, of frostwort growing. So that should get us cooking. Matter of fact, the more the merrier. This will be, you know, this will help ensure I get into the build-aways before I have to warp away again. Because once I get building, guys, I just like to plug away. I can go bonkers. Just, you know, I tear down a lot. You get the mats back, so it's all good. I build it. If it sucks, I tear it down. And then I try something else. It's just kind of my process, but at some point when I can take a step back and I like it, then I know I'm done. But I've been known to tear down and rebuild bases many times. And getting back to Ark, you didn't always get all your materials back in Ark. In fact, you got very little back. So that made like the teardown process just a bit of a nightmare. But I like games where you can build like this. Subnautica, that's another good one. You get the materials back when you break stuff. Alright, guys. Booyah. Oh, and since I have a vault wall here... I got 5,000 ferrite. That should be more than enough. Nothing else is jumping. Oh, cobalt. And magnetized ferrite. I think, for making batteries. Oh, it's ferrite dust. Okay, got it. Alright, not too terribly taxing on the materials at least. I don't even know why I opened that vault. There's my metal plating. Wow. Okay, that's vault 3. I'm gonna have to remember that. Look at that, I already got glass pre-crafted. Perfect. That'll save me time having to spam buttons. Grab a stack of that. Okay, yeah, we're all set. Let's do it to it. Getting a bit parched. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to rename the base here. But for now, I think I'm just more concerned about getting the structure going. So now that I got tons of glass, the rest is easy. Of course, you have to unlock all these at the your friendly neighborhood anomaly. But, yeah, just go nuts. I wonder if I scanned him. Alright guys, now to seal this, to make sure you know it's airtight or whatever, and it's not going to give you a bunch of damage during storms and whatnot, you kind of have to start low. Like, how low can you go? And wow, this is such a steep grid, I don't know if I'm really going to want to do that. So you kind of have to play the terrain as well. And the next thing I want to do is figure out how I want the building itself to be orientated. And I mentioned building a bridge across the way there. And guys, that's going to come out real cool. But yeah, that being said, I'm going to want one of the wall faces, you know, going this way. So I think for the bottom floor, I'm going to start with timber. I don't think it matters which way that goes. And I'm going to go out a little bit further than I have to so that I can bring the wall back in. And again, that's just to make sure that it's going to be sealed. Yeah, it's not exactly going perfectly straight. I could make that better. Oh, I know it's throwing me off. Rule number 1. First freaking person. Okay, so yeah, I want to kind of point straight over toward that so my bridge lines up. And again, I want it to be out farther away than it has to be. So now you should be able to visualize kind of like this being a corner and the other wall going out that way. And these are just dummy builds right now. This is not going to be a permanent... Okay, this one will be. Just like that. Okay, so now you see this is nice and underground, perfectly sealed. And this is kind of like a substructure. So I'm going to build some extra builds here just to make sure everything's going to line up on the top. I'll show you what I mean here in a bit. Okay, so now I'll probably start the glass. And I love these. Now this is what I mean about things lining up. See this? This is what really irks me about No Man's Sky in particular, is these builds, they auto-change. I don't like that. I wish I could just kind of pick what I wanted to go in there and it stay, but we have to work with what we've got here. So if you want them all to match, you've got to like match all the builds. So I need to put some more, you know, wooden panels down underneath the glass here so that it looks right. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Uh-oh, I think I just missed. Oh no, I got it. So now you see that lines up. There's no more light bar up here. See, I'll probably do that all the way around, you know, just to make sure it lines up, at least until it gets high up enough it doesn't matter anymore. But at some point it's going to matter and you can see it. So that's just what I like to do. It's, you know, just strictly for aesthetics. And if it's confusing you too much being underground, don't forget you can actually dig out, you know, some terrain. And, you know, get your builds placed and you can kind of fill the terrain back in. One thing I like about the nice peaceful planets is they play cool music. Super relaxing. Okay, so, yeah, this is going to be a real nice corner structure. Okay, and again, this terrain is like super wonky. Like, I normally don't like to build on such steep hills. But we're going to make a cool base here, so it's okay. It gets a pass. Oh, so close. I could push that wall over just a little bit further. But wow, that's a lot of work! Yeah, it's alright. We can splurge a little. Okay, now we're getting underground. I'll just go ahead and switch back over to timber. Oops. Okay, so it looks like my substructure, or the basement, so to speak, is going to be this high. Just because of the grade of the hill I'm dealing with. I might even need to go up one higher. I'm afraid it's going to break that ball out if I... It didn't. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. In fact, I might just go ahead and put some floor builds down and farm that real fast. Just to see if it being there, you know, disrupts its ability to respawn. It looks like it should be okay, just. Now, of course, I don't care that much. You know, again, I'm not going to be using this as a nanite producer, per se. So, it's whatever. I'll let it fly. But if you are really wanting to pay attention, you know, and get a good farm down, be aware of that. Sometimes, you know, when you get the floor builds too close to the ground, it kind of digs out the ground. And then things will not regrow and respawn. Okay, and I love my floor panels in this game. Especially for base builds like this. I think they're aesthetically pleasing. I like how you can, you know, move the grain around. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay, I think I'm going to go over one more build. Okay, yeah, we're covered. So that's it. This is going to be my basic floor plan now, and this was based solely off the bottom structure. So that kind of dictated the size of the building. So the building is very challenging in this game. Lately I've been bouncing back and forth just between, you know, standing on my own feet and using God mode here. Or camera view, or whatever they call it. But, I don't like this mode, because yeah, toggle camera, that left joystick there on the button prompts. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like it whips me around a lot. I just don't really like using it. But sometimes, you know, it can speed things up a little bit, and I just messed up on the grain there. Yeah, I much prefer to just be on my own 2 feet. Of course, you know, this can be a problem, because builds don't always want to cooperate. And then sometimes there's that magic pixel. Okay, now I'm going to get a stairwell built into this at some point, but for right now, this is okay. So there it is, guys. There's the underneath. That's where the nanite farming will commence. And see what I mean about the builds not lining up? So now I've got this light bar showing up. We need to get rid of that. So sadly, it's just kind of a waste of materials just to make it look uniform. And that's why I wish we had more choice where this was concerned. Okay, I seem to be having troubles findings. I might have to actually dig into this and do it that way. Nope, I got it. Oops. That's what it sounds like when my fingers smack into the microphone, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Oh wow, I really did a number on it this time. The heck did I do? Sandbox mode? Kinda, sorta. Alright. That gets rid of all the ugly light bars. Now all we gotta do is fill it in. Ugh. It really is a good thing you get the materials back, because I can't tell you how much I put down wrong builds. It's like I've got it lined up, but then by the time I go to push the button, it moves. Carbon. Oh man, the carbon's going to be a problem. Well, that's what I get for taking it all on expeditions. If I have a lot of condensed... Oh, that's a no-brainer. I know there's other ways to craft carbon, I just can't think of any right now. But I've probably got the materials to do that. Oh, I sound very distant now? Yeah, I really smacked it good there when I swung my hand. Oh, the thing spins fast. That's a quick 1,000. I have a feeling that is not going to be the end of my carbon woes, and that's okay. Nice, peaceful, serene music. Okay, there's that stinking light bar, so I'm going to have to go down one more layer. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Just call me Onion Boy. Okay, wow, that's going to be completely closed off. I might not put glass builds there. Can't see him anyway, so yeah. Yeah, that should be all nice and pretty. Pretty. Alright, there it is. Everything looks nice and uniform. That's the hardest part, guys, is getting those you know, builds underground. So now we should be okay. I can put that floor piece back. Alright, so now this is what's going to be visible. This is more like the main level, or what's going to be the main level. Now normally what I would do is start building a bunch of landing pads off whatever I want, you know, deemed main level. But that's going to be a little bit challenging the way I have this, especially with the terrain going the way it does. So I might go up another floor. Which means I wasted time again. You know, if I build it and I take a step back and I think it sucks, I delete it. Yeah, definitely want another floor up. At least. It might even be 2. Oh, and one thing that I have not unlocked yet, to our friendly neighborhood space anomaly, is the telewarper. The short-range teleporter, like that you can use within a base. Those are handy. But that costs a lot of salvage data. I think it's like a lot. But, uh-oh, I'm gonna have to go underground there again. Oh, did I boo-boo? Yeah, I boo-booed alright. I went out way too far. It's funny because I... Hello, hello? Oh, okay. I think when I hit the microphone, I think the wire underneath kind of came loose. That might have been the problem with the audio there. Hopefully you can hear me more clearly now. Check out my storm protection. There we go. Okay, so now again I'm going to get a quick look at the terrain and make sure I'm happy with this being the main level. And yeah, I think this is much, much better. And I can get my landing pads going. I might do an L shape on the landing pads this time. I don't know. More to come. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do something different with landing pads. Just because if I go out here, like on both sides of the building, that's gonna be an awful lot of overhang. I don't know. I'll build it. I'll take a look at it. If I don't like it, I'll rip it down. Okay, guys, now here's where the carbon is going to come into play. I'm definitely going to go into camera mode for this, so hopefully I can just start putting these down quickly. And I don't care which way the green goes, as long as they all match. Ah, come on. So I was thinking about maybe streaming Skyrim. I really didn't want to do that because the entire Skyrim walkthrough is already video. But editing, you know, that's time. I don't know when I would schedule it. It might just be kind of like one of those in my spare time kind of things. A lot more to do on Skyrim, though, for sure. Alright, guys, so here it is. We've got the basic structure built now. The underneath is just strictly for the nanite farming aspect. And it's, you know, kind of cool. It's nice and open. I've got it graded, but it works. And then here around the top, I will do the base itself. Now, I have to decide where I want the landing pads to go, and I like them butted up against the building as much as possible. But remember, some of the aircraft have long noses, and that can be a problem with, you know, the building, depending on how you orientate the landing pads. If you point them toward the building, that can be a problem. If you point them away, probably not. But another thing, too, is, you know, you can't go super high, because the aircraft only launches up so high before it starts going forward. So again, depending on how you want to orientate your launch pads, that might dictate the height of the building itself. So what I'm going to do is just start walling this in. It's a shame these glass walls take carbon also. Because, wow, 25 a pop? That math goes awful fast. That's 100 for every 4. Okay, and I always like to go at least, you know, sometimes more, but at least 2 high. Now, you know, this is also going to depend on if you want a loft, you know, if you want multiple levels. It just depends on the kind of building you want to put down. And I might not make those decisions right now. I might just start letting the building take form and then, you know, go from there. But, yeah. Go nuts. Hey, Sonny, Happy New Year. Good to see you tonight. It's about time we did a base. Okay, guys, angled roofs. Again, I like my ability to be nerdy about views. And the scenery, you know, especially with the sky at night, the planets up there, I want to be able to see that. So I really like these builds. The problem is, you know, if you want to seal it in nice and neat the way it's supposed to be, you're supposed to use these, but I don't like that because it just really blocks out a big part of the sky to me. So that's not, you know, for me. And I know this doesn't look perfect because they overlap, but I prefer to do this just because it opens that up. You can see through it. But again, you know, it kind of has those flanges sticking out now. So I guess what you'll sacrifice in, you know, the build being all nice and crisp edged, you'll gain in scenery. So that's just me personally, you know, just throwing different options and ideas out there. But another thing you can do is kind of go from square to pentagon, or whatever a six-sided figure is. And now I forgot how I did that. Yeah, scratch that. Forget what I just said. That doesn't work. I did try to do that, but it was a no-go. So this is just kind of like the basic, you know, I'm going to start here. Get the roof completed. Kind of see what kind of building I want from there. If I want to go higher, I can. Now from here I can, you know, make it a nice flat top. That's one option. Again, pay attention to the grain there. Whoops. As I said that, I didn't flip it around. Okay, so now that's sealed. Now that can be my building, you know, I can be done here. I'm happy with it, it looks cool. I haven't seen it from the outside yet, but we can do that. That's a good starting structure, though. Now, depending on what else I want here, you know, if I want to put a grow house in here, which I don't have the power farm nearby, which you know, that's not ideal. But I could still, you know, do the solar panels, do the batteries. So I could put some grow beds down in there. You know, that might dictate the building. You might want to expand it from here, you know, make it wider, whatever. You know, just throwing different ideas out. Because right now for a grow house, this isn't a ton of space, I'll be honest. This is pretty minimal. Because remember, a grow bed, it takes like the entire square. So just to kind of show you what I'm talking about here, this is only a 4x5. So that's only going to be 20 grow beds. And that's if I fill in the entire floor. You know, that leaves you no walking room or anything. So again, it just really depends on what you want to do with your build. You know, I could just put a grow area down in here and then make like a lounge above it. Just to give you guys some different ideas. I kind of did something similar in that grow house I just went to get the actually yeah, when I went to go get the glass making materials, I kind of did something similar, only I didn't have it in this far. I did it like in the center here. So there was like, I don't know, space all the way around. So nothing touches any of the sidewalls. And the reason I keep it away from the sidewalls is so you have more visibility. So, you know, just try to imagine some couches, tables, you know, like a little mini lounge up here. You've got the roof above you, the night sky, you've got the surrounding scenery, you've got the lake, just super, super cool. Again, guys, I can really nerd out on this stuff. And again, getting back to my complaining, I really wish these windows went all the way up. Because to me, that just kind of blocks out part of my view. So yeah, there's that. There is a workaround for that. You know, if the view really bugs you, you can go up one more level. I'll show you that. And you see that kind of fixes... It kind of fixes it, and it kind of fixes it, and it kind of doesn't. So sometimes I will do this on a build, you know, if the view is just bugging me that bad, I will do this and just sacrifice the extra mats. Because to me it's all about aesthetics. So, you know, that kind of still makes sense. You know, it's like, yeah, what you gain on the landscape, you lose a little bit in the sky. So I guess it just depends, you know, build it both ways, take a look around, and just try to pick the lesser of the two evils, I guess is my best suggestion there. But, so yeah, you know, that's just an idea, and you can rail this in, make it look super legit, super fancy. And of course I know I don't have a staircase built up here just yet. But just kind of giving you guys the general idea of what it would look like. And if you don't like it just free floating here, you know, because it's not being held up by anything, I know, you know, that bugs me too. There's different ideas for that. For one, you can use different wall builds. Like you can put something in the middle to make it look like it's no kidding being held up. Having trouble finding my sweet spots tonight. Okay, so now that's centered, and now it looks like it's being held up by something. And then that still gives me a lot of floor space down here to play around and do other things. So, you know, that's just an idea. Of course, you don't have to do that. You can also use like some of these, you know, to do something similar, but then it's still somewhat open, but it still also looks like it's being held up by something. The thing I don't like about this is they tend to conflict with the grow beds. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. If I can find my grow beds. Okay, so imagine, you know, I had all these filled in. The entire floor was completely nothing but grow beds here. So yeah, you can put them down, you know, and it's all nice and neat. Everything looks nice and good. Everything fits. But then, you know, when you're trying to maneuver through here, the walls tend to cause a problem. You can't get there from here anymore. Like, it's too skinny. So that it works aesthetically, it's just not functional. Like, again, I cannot get through here right now. So I normally don't opt for that design for that reason. There is another option if you don't want walls down here whatsoever, but you still don't like this thing being, you know, just free floating. You can do like a cable design. So guys, I absolutely love these. And you see me use them on my bridge builds. It's just a lot of fun. But I really like these supply pipes. They look legit. They look like they're actually cable holding something up. So, let's see if I can get a hit point here. I might have to take the railing back down so I can actually put these down the way I want. And that's okay. So, you know, notice now on my cursor, it's a little X where you cannot place. So what you're looking for is a green lit, or just the cursor to change into that little dot. And yeah, you know what? I'll show you the way I would do this if I was building for me right now. I'd probably try to line this up, you know, to where these corners are semi-lined up. And bam, right at the edge of that thing. And I might have to put a dummy build out here somewhere so that I can actually put that down somewhere. So sometimes you have to build things that you don't want to build so you can put the build down you want. Did that make any kind of sense? I feel like that made no sense. So I call this like scaffold build. It's just a dummy build so that you can build something else and then I rip it out. Okay, so now let's try that again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually put, once again, another dummy build. And then I'll have some quick points that I can snap. Okay, so just like that. And to make it look, you know, more legit, I'm going to try to get that as close to that as possible. Okay, so now you can probably smell what I'm cooking. That'll hold, that looks like it's being held up by something now. And you can even, you know, put that on a different point. Like I could probably even put it straight up above my head here. And as long as they're all uniform, it doesn't really matter how you do it. It's going to look right as per your design. Okay, so this is inevitable. I definitely needed my camera mode here. Okay, and once again, just try to line that up on this build the same way we did it down below. Just like that. Pow! And honestly, I think I like that better. See, I would just go around and do the exact same thing on all 4 points here. And then it'll look like this is being held up by something. And you could even split the difference in the middle here and do the same thing just to kind of fill it in. Come on. Come on. Come on. A little bit more. Good enough. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So now if you really want, so you don't have to go through that pain again, you can actually put another supply pipe up there. Again, just a dummy build. And then you have snap points now all the way around. So if you need to rip these out, you can just bam bam, bada bing bada bang, and you're golden. So I usually rip these out last, you know, just to save myself a little bit of time and heartache there. God Creator, hey, what is up? New sub, awesome, thank you. Yeah, it can be very time consuming. You are not kidding. I'm not sure I know what you mean by wire glitch. Yeah, sorry about that. That's not... I'm drawing a bit of a blank there. Okay, so now I got my roof filled in again, and you know, again at some point I'll go back over here and do the other cables. But just for now, just to kind of show you what this would look like when it's all done. Get my railing. Polish it off real nice. Bada bing. Bada bing. And of course at night it's not looking like much, but when you get lighting in here, it really just finishes it off nicely. Okay, so there you have it. A nice hanging loft. It looks like it belongs. It looks legit. And while you're actually up here and using the thing, again, having that floor space ripped out, it just gives you a nice open view of the surrounding area. Now, if I'm happy with that, I'd call this done. If I want more of a grow house aspect in this build, you know, I could expand this floor out. You know, I could put multiple floors in here. I could make it more like a skyscraper if I wanted. But again, it depends on how you want to orientate your landing pads. If you start getting too tall, the landing pads have got to be facing away from the build. Otherwise, your aircraft will just take off and crash right into the building. So now, see, I don't like that. I'd rather have the look of the roof. It's a nice tapered roof, so I'm probably not going to keep those. Which sucks, you know, because I like it from the outside now. But I promise you, I'm not going to like it from the inside. Yeah, see, I do not like that. Those bars, or whatever, that just ruins my whole day. So, you know, a workaround, you could go up just another level and then put the roof on. So I might have to do that. Which means now my supply pipes aren't going to be right. And that's okay.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I think I just heard a warning on my oxygen. And I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and not let my character suffocate. Oh, that wasn't life support warning. I wonder what the little robot guy said. Oh, I got you, God Creator, I think. I think you're talking about bumpering over on certain builds. I don't know. They don't all work, but some will let you, yeah, change the size or whatever. Okay, it's the arrows. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. The scale. Yes, God Creator. Good call. We need an undo button. I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally deleted a build that took me 20 minutes to get placed just right, and then I accidentally delete it. And then all you can do is sit there and weep. Like, yeah, I feel you. For sure. Switch to creative for building if you're into it this deep. Creator.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I think you mean the game mode, creator mode. And I don't have a save file for creator mode. Oh, there is another roof option. Find the long way. It's like this is a rectangular building. You can find the long way. And you can do like a sloped roof. Super cool. And I super forgot to turn my phone ringer off, which is awesome. Your vehicle warranty is about to expire. No kidding! They're about 14 years too late, but that's okay. Better late than never.
Weather update. Storm
Okay.
clearing.
Now that I got that little situation rectified. Okay, I've never actually tried to change the mode like that in a game, so let's see what happens. Oh, getting back to sloped roof. So yeah, you can actually go up like that. That's a lot of fun, but again, it kind of gets back to blocking your view. So you have the same issue on the front side. You know, you either need to build another wall up or just leave it there with the bars or the rails. But then over here, you can do this. Kind of like all the way up, you know, and then you can fill in more windows. So you can just different options there. But it blocks a bit of the view again, so you know, the only way I know around that is to just keep using the windows. So it just depends on, you know, if you can live with it stair-stepped like that, or if you want it nice and crisp edged. I would recommend just build it both ways, you know, take a step back, take a look at it. If you don't like it, rip it down. Okay, so I'm going to go into the options here and try to change... I don't think it's difficulty. I think network is just multiplayer. Might be under general. Oh, I did have it in difficulty. Okay, thank you. Oh, I was looking right at it. Jeepers. Huh, survival. Creative, there it is. Okay. Okay, so normal is what I need to go back to. Got it. I don't know if I can just go ahead and dive right in like this, or if that's going to change my defaults on my other game mode. I guess I'll figure it out. Okay, so... I guess I won't be taking damage anymore, which is cool. God, I haven't played creative in a long time. This will be, reminiscent. Oh yeah, getting back to my roof here. So again, this gets back to, you know, if I'm going to put a bunch of launch pads down here facing the building, that's going to be a problem. Because this back wall is going to start getting very, very tall with the roof. The roof is on fire. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about now. That's a very tall roof. So guaranteed, if you try to put launch pads over here facing the building, The aircraft will not clear the building. I can already tell just by looking at it. I think it only goes up like 5 builds for it to clear. So, not to say, you know, I cannot build the building this way. It's just going to be... I will not be able to put my launch pads on, at least on that side of the building facing the building. Okay, gotcha. See, I'm kind of new to the world of Expedition, so thanks for letting me know about that. I'll be sure and switch it back then before I move on, so to speak. This save file has more or less just become a save file for like random building and expeditions, really. Alright, so one more... There we go. Wow. Getting back to finding the magic pixel. Okay, so, got it built, take a step out, see what it looks like. If I hate it, I'll delete it. Ah, very cool. Capital ships going over. Huh, yeah, I hate it. I think I like my original roof design the best between the two. Infinite jetpack would be cool in this game mode. That might be a setting I can do, I don't know. Okay, so I need to go up... I think I already did that. So that's my new roof. Got it. Ooh, check out that sunset, guys. I mean, when I'm telling you, like, I can really nerd out in scenery. I take a lot of screenshots, usually. So yeah, getting back to Skyrim, guys, I'm kind of feeling Skyrim tonight. I started like a dummy file just to kind of play and refamiliarize myself with the game. And you know what, while I'm jibber-jabbering, I need a break. So guess who's coming back? 'Cause I'm back in black. Alright. But I'm a bit parched. And this will give me an opportunity to catch up on comments here. Okay, I have a normal one with... Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. This game file that I'm playing on right now, I have not completed the game file yet. Actually, all I've done is get some gold farms down, some nanite farms down. I've just been having fun building. I've got tons and tons of bases on this game file. And I'm about 200 and change in, like probably pretty close to you. And I have no intention on completing the game file in this one. This is going to just kind of be an ongoing save file, you know, for expeditions, for experiments, just whatever. Random builds, streams. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I knew about those mods. I have not touched the modding world in this game. I mod the heck out of my Skyrim. But I don't know, I've been a little bit scared or apprehensive to do it No Man's Sky. I don't know why. Someday I'm just going to kind of ball up and get into it a little bit. But yeah, I've heard there's a lot of fun mods for this game, like different skins and where you can actually take the helmet off. Like, yeah, just a lot of different variety there. I wish the helmet was removable, just base game, but like especially inside builds, like if you're in a sealed environment, space stations would be cool, your bases, but just not in the cards. Okay, so no infinite jetpack. Got it. Yeah, so I've really only dabbled in the mods back when they were called mods, before all this, you know, pay for content started coming in. So it's been a few years. But what I need to do is stop playing Skyrim on my Xbox and start playing Skyrim on my PC or my laptop. Because what's available on the Xbox has got nothing on the PC world. Like, I want to be Samus Aran in Skyrim, just because, you know, I'm still not playing Metroid Prime 4, which we all know how I feel about that. So yeah, I definitely want to get a file going on PC at some point for Skyrim. I don't own it on PC, I only own it on Xbox. So I'm going to have to get it. Not only that, there's a mod where you can play multiplayer in Skyrim. My friends keep telling me, dude, you've got to hurry up and get Skyrim so we can play together. I know! I guess I was just holding out for Xbox. I was hoping Xbox would have that multiplayer aspect. It hasn't happened yet, so it probably never will. But yeah. Okay, gotcha. Hey, thanks for sharing your knowledge. I'm very green when it comes to the modding world. So definitely nice to know. Thank you for sharing, for sure. Oh, hey, before I get back into it, what were we talking about like a half an hour ago? Hold on, it'll come back to me. It'll come back. Glitch building. I was not quite familiar with that term. Wire glitch. That's what it was. Yeah, okay, that's good to know, because that base max irks me. And I'd definitely love to be able to build like more hollow projectors. You only get 10 per base. I'd like to be able to build more grinders. You only get 3 medium and 2 large. Oh, I don't think I can have you join my session. I still have my Game Pass, but there was a problem with my networking. Or maybe that's because my Game Pass did expire. I'm really not sure anymore. So yeah, unfortunately I can't have you join my session. Sorry. Me and my son were having a big problem doing this. And it was the whole reason I even got the Game Pass, was so I could do multiplayer and him and I could play together. But yeah, I don't know. There was something wrong with, after, you know, spending an hour on the phone with these help people, they just basically finally said you just can't do it. I was like, okay, well, that's super unfortunate. In fact, it was working some time ago. And the only thing that's changed since then and now is I got a new router in the house, a new internet router through my cable company. I don't know if that has something to do with it. They looked into some of my settings while we were on the phone. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to drill down on that one day. Alright, I had lost track of my volume remote. So, God Creator, I might be able to click on your icon here when we get, you know, after the stream process or whatever, but maybe not. If you could leave me a comment on just a random video, I guess, or actually maybe this one after, you know, I'm done with the live portion of it, like just a regular YouTube comment, I'll be able to click on you that way, and I don't know if I can send you a message. Or maybe if you can email me, that leveluprail@gmail.com, and then if I can square away my, you know, whatever's blocking my multiplayer access, then I could, you know, reach out to you and then we can jump on together, because I am intrigued, you know, don't get me wrong, I am definitely interested. And then this way I don't have to try to, you know, troubleshoot on a stream. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and jump back into building here. And with that, let's get back into some building, shall we? Actually, no, I'm playing on Xbox right now. So for Xbox to work, you have to have Game Pass, which I do. And you, of course, have to have the game. So if I didn't have Game Pass, I wouldn't even be able to see my network options. So having Game Pass enables that. So what I'm supposed to be able to do then is, you know, show friend code, link up, but again, it just wasn't working. So I'm gonna drill down on what the problem is here offline. But again, if you could email me, that would be awesome, so that maybe we could link up some other time, you know, once I get that up and running. Alright, so let's get back to the build, folks. Now, I've got options here. You know, if I liked the tapered appearance on the roof, I could have kept it the way I had it. Just fill it in with these, you know, for a nice sky, I don't know what they call those, skylight kind of feel to it. And honestly, I'm happy with this. It looks cool, it's aesthetically pleasing. I feel like I've got good views now all the way around and up. So I might just go ahead and settle on this. But just to kind of show you more options here, I will kind of finish off the more tapered appearance. So now that's just another option, folks. You know, again, it just build it, take a step back, see what you think, and go from there. So now if I really want to seal this in, I can do that, and this will be a nice crisp edge. But again, you know, you sacrifice just a little bit of your view doing this. But it's minimal. I really wish, No Man's Sky, if you're watching, I really wish we had glass builds for like that type of stuff. Or, you know, better yet, these. If you could make like glass for those also. And then I could really polish these builds off super nice. So yeah, there's options, guys. If you don't like this, you know, you can kind of knock them out. And honestly, you can leave it open, believe it or not. You're far enough away, you shouldn't have to worry about storm damage getting in through that because it's still covered technically. So, you know, you could just straight up leave that open. But keep in mind, if you go up there, you know, say you build a build up here or something and you get close, that will get through and start damaging you. So it's not technically a sealed building anymore at that point. It's just covered. Yeah, so I have a Discord, but I don't know why I have a Discord. I don't really know how to use it. I know I need to get off the pot here and start like diving into that type of stuff. My Discord especially. Again, I have one. I just don't. I don't use the thing. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so yeah, option A, leave it open. Or we could just, you know, if we want it sealed. Whoops. Yeah, let me... Okay, so again, this would be open, but I have used this design before and I have been happy with it. And again, it kept me out of the elements because I was underneath cover. So there's another way you could go right there. And I'll show you what that looks like when it's completed. It actually looks pretty cool. So again, plenty of visibility, you're under cover, you're straight, you know, as far as elements are concerned. From the outside, it looks pretty cool. But I think for this build, whoopsie. I think I'm gonna stick with the basic, like, barn. I call it a barn roof. And yeah, I know I'm sacrificing a little bit of scenery here, but I kind of like the steeple look to it, or the barn roof. Okay, so getting back to the night sky, guys, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And honestly, for the best visibility, I would go back to just the flat rooftop. Now that I've got the night sky and I can actually see what I'm looking at, I'm feeling that the most right now for the build. Oh man. I must have fat fingered my bumper there. My daughter says I have sausage fingers. She is not wrong. Okay, yeah, so I like that a lot better. Looks more like a skylight this way. Like the roof was actually meant to be a stargazer. And just to give it a nice crisp look, I am going to sacrifice just a little bit of visibility because I'm just not seeing anything I'm covering up in these areas. So I guess I'll sacrifice just a little bit of night sky to have a nice crisp base. One way to fill that in, I really like these ring lights, and again you have to unlock these at the anomaly. But, oh, I'm brain farting. Where's my lighting? Oh, yeah, we might have to put a dummy build up here for this, because it's either going to want to orientate to one or the other. So by dummy build, we're going to get a little bit creative. And we're going to hit the right joystick in to change the rotation axis. And we're going to up arrow to, oops. Or down arrow, so it's, you know, free. It's not trying to snap. And then push the right joystick in, it's going to change axis. So now you're going to have to do a little bit of eyeballing, but this is doable. And we're going to use like the shadowing there as kind of a guide. So I'm going to hit that right bumper one more time, or right joystick one more time, and now I've got this. Whoops, I keep doing that. Okay, so now you have to use your bumpers to actually do the rotating. Okay, and this is where you can use the shadowing so you know exactly where that build is going to go. And I just try to make it look symmetrical. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's probably good enough right about there. You're going to go ahead and place that as a dummy build. Now we can go over to our lighting. And we've got a nice spot there to be able to do that. Pow! And you can just delete the dummy build. And now it looks like the light is, you know, it looks like it belongs. So, oh, that's kind of cool that it's powered. You used to have to run power over to those, but that thing is actually on right now. Oh, it's because I'm in creative, right? Alright. But that's actually good. That's a nice feature. I can see what it looks like without having to wire the stupid thing, and then I don't like it, then I have to delete it, then I have to wire it again to see what it looks like. So I actually like this. Yeah, thanks, God Creator. Yeah, I've found just... I have to build an awful lot of builds just so I can place the build I really want, then have to go back through and delete. Alright, so yeah, I would probably do that on all four corners, just, again, to fill it in. Yeah, I think we're good. So for now... Oh yeah, and these are all on. Wow, okay, you don't even have to power this stuff in this mode. This is awesome. If I knew that, I had forgotten it. Okay, I need to go back into snap mode now to make sure these are going in nice and... Wait a minute, now if I go back into other mode, is it going to rip all these up? Because I'm kind of cheating here. I'm not using my own mats, am I? Okay, so now that's nice and symmetrical. Oops. And believe it or not, this actually counts as a door, and it will seal you from the elements. So again, just getting back to having a nice open look, none of the doors are glass. So yeah, I really don't like this one. Just blocks a ton of view. So really the only door I like to use is actually this one that I just placed. And even this one, even though the door itself is glass, it just blocks too much view otherwise, and it doesn't look right, by the way. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just... It doesn't go with having a glass wall here at all. What I really wish we could do is place 2 of these. But for some reason, it doesn't like that. Like, it will not let you place another door right next to that one. I don't know why. Now, you can do it. You know, you can go out of snap mode and just try to eyeball it. Now, we shouldn't have to do that, but sometimes you just got to work with what you've got. But if you're going to try to eyeball it, rip the floor out first, so that you, whoops, so that you can get your cursor right there on that that window piece under it. And again, when I say eyeball, like, you've really got to eyeball it. It's not perfect, but that should seal it. Come on, baby. Okay, so now we've got the double door. Again, I kind of boo-booed there. Unfortunately, that light board just showed up. I kind of forgot about that. So if I want that to be symmetrical, I would have to freestyle the one to the left as well and place it the exact same way. But again, this isn't for me. I don't like it. I just tend to stick with this one right here. So what I might do here is just do some real fancy kind of stairwell to get down. And then leave this open, maybe make some chairs, you know. Oh, signage, guys. I love my signage. So getting back to, like, nerding out. Am I good with the logic here? So the lights don't really do it for me in this game. Like... To me, it's just all too dim. Like, you really got to put a lot of lighting in to light the area, and it's still just super dim. So I wish the lighting was more controllable. Like, we could, you know, turn it up or turn it down if we want. Kind of like a dimmer switch. So I tend to use lights that aren't normally designed for, you know, the space, just to make sure I can see what I'm doing. But as far as the building goes, yeah, I wish there was a better building mechanic. Like, I like... the snap points. I like having those little circles that light up, you know, but I don't like having to find some random magic pixel somewhere to get that thing to light up. And then sometimes it lights up, but by the time you cursor over to it, it goes away. So I wish there was a way to turn on, like, all possible snap points in a given radius or area. Wherever your cursor is pointing, you know, you can make that bigger or smaller too. But, and then you could, like, grab onto it with, like, say, the left trigger so that it won't disappear, you know, and then you could place your build, kind of like forcing the snap. So, I don't know, that's my biggest complaint about the build in this game, is it just feels like I'm fighting with the game too much to get a build to go where I want. But beyond that, yeah, I love the game. Like, I like the mechanics, I like the menus, it's all very user-friendly to me. I'll never forget the first time I picked the game up and started playing it. I fell in love with it right away. It was very well guided. Everything was, you know, very. I felt like I wasn't going it alone. Like I was holding a hand along the way, and I learned it very quick. You know, just a lot of accolades there with how structured and guided it was. See, here's what I mean about this playing with the pixel thing. You know, that shouldn't go away. That should be all greenlit right now. It shouldn't be going beyond that. It just drives me absolutely bonkers. I wish I could push like the left trigger, like I said, hold that down, and then wherever my cursor is pointing, that's the only snap point I'm getting it, and I could force it in there. And I wouldn't have to play these games right now that I'm playing. But, I don't know. I've been complaining about this for years, and nothing has been changed. Or at least give me the option, like call this the OG build mode, and then make a new build mode that would give me the option that I'm talking about, where I could force the snap. Case in point. I just don't like feeling like I have to fight the video game. Alright, so yeah, God mode helps a little bit in this respect, sometimes. Again, you still have to kind of fight for the pixel, but sometimes on your own 2 feet, you know, you just never, you never can find it. So guys, for landing pads, you know, if this is going to be the height of my building, I could absolutely put my landing pads down here. And just to kind of gauge to see, you know, how far out I need to go with the platform. Oh, that would be so awesome! Oh man, you got me all excited now. Yeah, if they come out with an update and they have a better build mode, I'm going to be all over that. No more playing these games, you know, building 20 builds just so I can place one build. Oh yeah, I was going to test a landing pad real quick. Alright, and I like these. This is definitely my go-to. Now, if you want to snap them, use the other one, because the other ones are snappable. So, you know, if you want these to come together in such a way... you know, don't get me wrong, these work great. They're just not for me aesthetically. But yeah, if you want to do... Come on. But if you're going to want to snap these together... Those are going to be the way to go. So you see it makes a nice little railing there. You can walk between the two. These are good for like sky bases. Just because it makes kind of its own. But again, I want to do the free place. I was actually outside of my building. Wow. Or inside of my building. Okay, and again, you know, you got to eyeball it. But getting back to some of these aircraft can have really long noses. You probably want to have a couple of good builds in between the edge of your building and the front of the platform. So this should be good right about here. And I've got just the aircraft to test this. Pow. So it looks like I might have actually built those a little bit too far back. Whoa, lightning strikes. What is happening? Is this glitching? I need to get out of creator mode. Okay. I have never seen anything like that before. I mean, I'll take it, it's free. Unless this is like a new thing? I've spent some time on this planet. I can't get it anymore because the storm's over. Alright, so anyway, yeah, getting back to, you know, summoning aircraft. I've got a nice long-nosed aircraft here. And in case you're wondering, I actually crafted that. And I love it. I would call it the Bumblebee, but I didn't have black pinstripes, so I just settled on solid yellow. Okay, yeah, that's plenty of clearance space. And now sometimes, I don't know if it's a glitch or whatever, but sometimes these aircraft like land on the front of the circle, so it, it increases the nose even that much further. But I kind of like having some wiggle room and some walking, space here. So this is probably right. I think I'm happy with this. Which means I can actually get rid of... Please excuse me while I move my aircraft. But that's okay. I only needed the aircraft here for one. Now that I've got it measured out, I'm golden. I can actually just, quickly place the rest. And I know it kind of looks funny with it overhanging there, but I also rail it in. And it gives it a real nice aesthetic. Just like that. And then you can still, on your own 2 feet, you can still access. And it just saves you the carbon, it saves you the builds, and this will fill back in with nice, pretty plant life, and it'll be good. All right, guys. So the base is definitely taking shape. We're gonna need some, fancy stairs here, but I'll get on that here in just a second. Matter of fact. Now guys, here's another thing that'll just drive you bonkers. Trying to get the stairs here to go the way you want. Now that was actually surprisingly easy. That normally doesn't happen. But notice it's got a floor piece above it. So it doesn't look like it should make sense, but it does. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to break out that above. And I'll probably put a couple of smalls. And getting back to, things really irking you here. I want to snap this, and I should be able to snap this. But it's going to be very challenging, to say the least, to get this piece in the way I want. Okay, I got that one. Yep. Magic pixels, guys. Now once you got those in, you might be able to get a solid in. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that open. I'm not sure how I want this to go just yet. That's not going to make any sense. Okay, I'm going to move this back. Oh wow, and I might need to take a break. Angry water watt's out all of a sudden. Got a drone in my build. It happens. Alright guys, I'm going to take 5. I will be right back. Alright. I might even have to eat again soon. Wow, I'm going on 2.5 hours here. Hot dog. Upside down and sideways landing pads. Yeah, that's fun. I was actually trying to build like a cliff base where I had like the face of the cliff wall hollowed out, and it would not let me build the landing pad in there. But it would let me put it in there upside down. So like, I don't know how that worked, but yeah. Hey, yeah, awesome. Good to have you tonight. It was really fun chatting with you. Hopefully I can catch you on email there and we can link up when I get my when I get whatever DNS address thing sorted out. And thanks again for hanging out and sharing all your knowledge. That was really awesome. Have a good one. Alrighty. So, guys, yeah, 2.5 hours. Wow. I'm probably at that point where I need to take a break. Stairwells, though, can be just real challenging. You know, the things don't want to go. They should. It should just snap, but they don't want to. You know, sometimes the floors won't go in. So, you know, sometimes you have to put the stairs in first, then the floor. Or, you know, just vice versa. But just play with it, you know. Try above, try below. You know, you saw when I jumped down there, I got different options. That's the best advice I can give to you on that. And you're going to see me kind of go through some of the same stuff here. But I'll show you my workarounds, and hopefully, you know, I'll be able to get things where I want them and show you guys how to do the same. Okay, so I'm going to get my staircase. Now this is going to get us up to the loft. So it'll be real nice. And oh yeah, No Man's Sky, if you're watching, staircase railing. That would be cool. Like, have it match this, you know? Just be able to snap it to the stairs. That would be awesome. Okay, I probably want to... Come on. Oh, magic pixel. There it was. MP. Okay, so now this is taking shape. Okay, so you can just kind of picture now we've got a couple of sides, platforms, whatever. It's more just an observation thing. I might put something fancy up here, some holographs or couches. I don't know. We'll see. You know, I could even extend this out another half build and get it even closer to, you know, increase the floor space. You know, I wouldn't build a whole bunch of half builds because remember you have a build limit. So I would only place like one half build just to get it started. For example, just to show you what I'm talking about. Just put one there. Come on. Come on, baby. You know you want to go in there. Okay. Right there. Okay, now we should be able to put a big one in there. Snapped onto that one. So now you can probably already smell what I'm cooking here. Now we can get rid of that. And we still kind of have that same feel. I'll just go ahead and build it out for you so you can see it. But this will increase your floor space up here on the loft. Which means I'll have to redo those stairs. Doggone it. That's okay, it's for science. Go ahead and reclaim your carbon while you're at it. Whoops. Okay. So yeah, it really narrows that view now. So I guess it depends on how bad you want that view. And then when you put the railing down, it's really going to shave it off. Unless you're like standing there, you know, looking down. So yeah, you know, to each their own. I think just, you know, because it's limited floor space, I'm going to keep it this way. And I still kind of feel like it works, you know, aesthetically. I'm happy. And while I'm really getting hungry now, there is a rumbly in my tumbly, and it is getting real. Alright, so yeah, this stairs just got tricky. Okay, this actually works for me. I don't like it how it cuts so deep into the structure, though. That's not going to work. Oh, that would be perfect. But that is definitely not meant to be. Alright, I think I'm just going to settle here. We'll go back to our I'm gonna have to chew on this right now. I think I'm just on stream too long and my mind is starting to shut down. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just call it for now, guys. I'll get back into this, you know, next time I jump on No Man's Sky. And we'll definitely continue on with our base build here. It's gonna be awesome. I haven't even started on the bridge to get over there for the digging machines yet. We're definitely gonna finish this structure somehow. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll finish the landing pads out. I might even build a secondary structure. I might build like an actual, no kidding, grow house. And expand the building left and right and make it, you know, wider. Lots of ideas when we come back. So for now, I will bid you all farewell. Just say thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope you have fun building your own stuff. You can really just let the creativity open up, though, on some of these builds. So, folks, I'm going to do a real quick outro, and I'm going to go get some food. As always, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment, like, share, subscribe, and comment. That is always appreciated. And until the next time, as always, best of luck and happy hunting. Alright guys, have a good night. I might be on late night for some Skyrim. We'll have to see how I feel about that, but I'm kind of feeling it, so I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I really want to get back into Skyrim though, so we'll go from there. Anyway guys, have a good night. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.